We do want to give you a live look downtown Indianapolis this morning. We're talking about Colts. We're talking about the Pacers. Both teams kind of in a struggle right now.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do to turn things around here. And thanks for waking up with us here on 13 Sunrise. It's now 6 o'clock on your Tuesday morning, Christmas Eve. A busy week for a lot of families.
Talking about some mild performances from both teams and some mild temperatures as we go on into the holiday week, Lindsay.
Oh, I just love listening to these post-game press conferences because I love Phillip Rivers is such a professional and he's just so positive. You know, we got to do things better on both sides of the ball and all that. And you're like, deep down, it's like, what are we going to do?
He said, I only been here 13 days and I'm heartbroken for him too. Same, man.
I know.
Oh.
We all are. It started off so strong, but you know, it is what it is. All right. And we're talking about warmer weather for the Christmas holiday and the fact that we are looking at a warmer start to the day today. A warm front coming through during the overnight did increase a little bit of rain, and there might be some lingering wet pavement and some areas of drizzle, but that's going to be just about it for today. The more impactful part of this weather system has now moved to the East Coast, bringing widespread rain and even some snow to Pennsylvania up through New York. So things are quiet here now, but we've had some lingering cloud cover, and I think it will be a mostly cloudy start to the day with an eventual clearing this afternoon. And while we sit in the warm sector of this weather system, our temperature is significantly warmer than where we were this time yesterday. We are up 23 degrees. That means it's 50 outside right now, and we're going to hold steady in the 50s throughout the course of the day. Right now it's 56 in Louisville, 39 closer to that front back in St. Louis, and our temperatures range from the mid 40s north into the mid 50s south. We are headed back to 57 today, currently 50 with some areas of drizzle with that clearing sky, and of course we've got that much warmer air headed in for the holiday. We'll talk about that in your 7-day forecast. Do want to get you out on the roadways this morning. The good news is it's been pretty quiet, despite the fact that we have some areas of drizzle and even some fog in the distance. This is not a dense fog out there this morning, so it's not causing any major issues. And we also have relatively light traffic so far today. Here's a look at the northeast side, coming down these I-69 ramps to those 465 ramps that will take you to Benford as well. Typical spot that does get pretty busy, but so far so good. If you're coming down that 69 corridor between Fishers and 465, no delay there. We're also keeping an eye on the airport this morning. A little fog out there to get the day started. Otherwise, the road out to the west side along I-70, smooth sailing at this hour. Guys?
Thank you, Lindsay. New this morning, Metro Police are investigating after a crash on the east side. And within the last few hours, public police reports list this crash as fatal. This was around 5 last night near Arlington, North Arlington Avenue and East 12th Street. We have reached out to IMPD to learn what led to this deadly crash. If we receive an update, we'll be sure to pass that along.
This morning, teachers in Hamilton's southeastern schools could be one step closer to a new contract.
There's a public hearing set for later this morning after administrators and teachers finally came to a tentative agreement on those contract terms. Let's get to Marina Silva this morning looking into that agreement. What are some of the details, Marina?
Well, good morning. Teachers and district leaders at Hamilton Southeastern School District have been negotiating this contract for weeks, and now it looks like they have come up with a tentative agreement. One of the main points, no raises for current staff. The contract lists one of the reasons is that the district is operating in a deficit. The deal also changes the pay formula for new hires. New teachers will now start at $48,000 a year, with an additional $1,000 for each year of experience and $4,000 for a master's degree. The tentative agreement also addresses pay for summer school. Teachers will now get paid their hourly rate, and for some, that maxes out at $64 per hour for the summer sessions. The tentative agreement also lists room for health insurance contributions, sick days, and personal leave. Now, this contract would run through June 30th of 2026, so there is a public hearing today at 7:30 at the HSC boardroom. That's where we'll hear teachers and possibly community members share their thoughts as well.
There's been a lot of back and forth.
There has.
Let's
Yes, so we're going to break that down coming up at 6:30 as well.
Thank you, Marina. Well, the Colts playoff hopes are getting smaller and smaller and smaller this morning.
That's right. It was a tough outing last night on Monday Night Football here in Indianapolis. The Colts did get on the board first with this 20-yard Phillip Rivers touchdown pass to Alex Pierce. That was great. The 44-year-old threw for 277 yards, including 2 touchdowns.
You got to start with the highs, right? Just wasn't enough, though, to end this late season swoon. They've now lost 5 straight games. Dominic Miranda is breaking down the loss in this morning's Colts wake-up call if you can stick around till 6:45.
Also this morning, a popular downtown bar is saying no to its younger customers.
Yeah, Georgia Street Rhythm and Blues Lounge says they are up in the age limit to 30 after some recent problems at the bar. Anna Chalker joins us live with what led to the owner's decision. Good morning, Anna.
Good morning, ladies. That owner says the patrons that are between 21 and 30 years old are ruining the vibe here in this bar. And this comment comes after a fight that happened this weekend after the bar was closed. So according to public police reports, an IMPD officer found the group of 4 to 6 people outside of the bar when it was closed. After the officer gave multiple commands and actually pepper sprayed the group, a 40-year-old was arrested. Investigators believe that person punched his sister's boyfriend during this fight. And minutes after this, the bar posted a statement on social media saying people under 30, quote, clearly do not know how to conduct themselves in a grown and sexy environment. And hundreds of people responded to this on both sides. Some saying that's good, should have been that way anyway. And so y'all think 30-year-olds and older don't fight and do the most? Good luck. This led to the bar responding and changing their statement, saying people under 30 could be allowed in, but it must be approved by staff. And this fight was just the tipping point of many calls coming in and this decision being made. So coming up, we'll go into the history of how many times police have been here since the bar opened a couple years ago and their response to this as we've seen this grow here in this area.
A Jennings County judge has denied a motion to dismiss rape and other charges against a 15-year-old boy.
Landon Doty is charged as an adult for allegedly sexually assaulting a 7-year-old boy with autism on a school bus multiple times. This video is from Doty's first court hearing back in June.
Doty's attorneys argue video from the bus does not show him committing the crimes he is charged with in this case, so the judge will now decide if the video can be used as evidence in the trial. Happening today, a grand jury in Kentucky will consider indicting an Indiana man for a shooting on a college campus.
Jacob Bard is accused of shooting and killing a student from Indianapolis earlier on December 9th. Attorneys for Bard say that the family was withdrawing his son from Kentucky State University in Frankfort due to ongoing threats.
They were being escorted by police to remove his belongings from his dorm when attorneys say 20 to 30 people began assaulting them. Bard's attorneys say he fired his gun to protect his family.
I'm sad on behalf of Jacob that he had to take that action. Nobody should be in that situation. I feel anger for him that he's being put through all of this, that he's had his character questioned, his motives questioned, and his actions questioned when he did what any parent would do for their kid in that situation.
19-year-old Dejon Fox Jr. from Indianapolis died in that shooting. Bard is being held on a $1 million bond.
This morning, a man is in custody after police say that he shot at SWAT officers during a standoff in Avon. Investigators say that Hendricks County deputies were called to this home along Bridgewater Drive just after 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. This is in a neighborhood off of Avon Avenue between US 36 and 40. According to the sheriff's office, the call was for a mental health situation happening there. The 18-year-old suspect reportedly told the officers he was armed. Deputies say the man fired shots at their armored vehicle. They say they caught him when he tried to run from the house. No officers fired their weapons, and we've learned that no one was hurt, police say. A worker is recovering this morning after a reported explosion at this business on the northwest side. This is near 62nd and Lafayette around 11 yesterday morning.
The company tells us there was an incident at a research lab, sending an employee to the hospital. Thankfully, though, that person is expected to be okay.
All right, we talked about the Colts this morning. Let's talk about the Pacers, who they've struggled all season long, especially on the road.
Going into last night's game in Boston, they had lost 4 straight games and had just 1 win on the road. The blue and gold kind of like the Colts. They looked good early. They looked good in the first half. Some hot shooting had them up by as much as 20 points in the second quarter.
Unfortunately, they couldn't keep that going through all 4 quarters. That hot shooting turned ice cold late in the game, and the Celtics outscored the Pacers in the fourth quarter 29-13.
So that rally put them past the Pacers 103-95. The blue and gold host Miles Turner and the Bucks. That's tonight at Gainbridge Fieldhouse.
Hope it's different than the last time we hosted the Bucks here at home. Well, basketball fans get an early Christmas present tonight.
That's because the NBA on NBC will air a doubleheader tonight. So the Denver Nuggets head to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That starts at 8.
And for the nightcap, the LA Clippers host the Houston Rockets. That's a 10:30 game. And because of these games, 13 News at 11 will air exclusively on our streaming platform, WTHR+.
Still ahead this morning, more than $1.5 billion was up for grabs in last night's Powerball drawing. So did anyone win the big prize? We'll tell you.
We'll see if you wake up richer this morning. And more fallout over the release of the Epstein files, what one former president is saying about the documents.